Hey,
Hey, co-host, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, girl?
I'm amazing. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Blessed Sunday. I hope everybody day has been going amazing.
Yes.
It's beautiful out there.
Oh my God, is it? I was gardening this morning. I was out there. At first, I just wanted to go out and see if either my seeds started blossoming, but that's what I do. It was so I wasn't expecting it to be so nice, so I ended up staying out.
Right. It's so beautiful. I was like, wow, this is like a nice day to go hiking or something. But
Yes,
let's introduce ourselves. This is Opinions, our podcast. I am Ebony Nicole. She is
Lisa Matissa.
Hey Girl, hey.
Hey,
Hi sister. I got my sister in the building. Hey Shawnee.
hi, Shantae. We missed you. I haven't seen you live in the building in a
hmm
while.
I told my sisters, I was like, y'all better be in the building. She was like,
Okay.
I'm there. She was like, I'm there. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody. We see you guys coming in. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Opinions, our podcast. We have a special guest today. I'm super excited to hear her story. But before we bring her on in, how was your weekend?
My weekend was hey mom.
Hi,
And
mom.
my weekend was pretty like good. I went to another vending event of this lady that I know who vends. Me and her vended before at a store. So we
Okay.
got to do that one day. It was very inspiring, and
Really?
she had her own vending event. She does the jacket that I had, like the blinged out jacket.
Oh, okay. The jean
She does,
jacket.
huh?
The jean jacket you made for me, something like that?
I added my own stuff to it, but she did the
Okay.
big patch on the back. Like I don't know if you
Oh,
remember it, but there's
gotcha.
one that's like a blinged out patch. So
Okay,
she did
gotcha.
that patch, and she sells a lot of blingy big patches, t-shirts. She
Nice.
sells. So it was her 1 year anniversary. So
hmm
she did a pop up for her 1 year anniversary to
Oh,
celebrate it. So she
nice.
had like 10, 15 vendors there. She rented out a spot in Jersey. So she
Nice.
did ask me to vend, but I told her I would come out because it's just too like I'm trying to focus on my website and other stuff. So I want
Right.
to vend like starting in June. So I went
You
to
got
her.
to.
I still wanted to go to support.
Nice.
So I went to her event to support, and it was really nice. I can't. It was inspiring. She had like a lot of first time vendors there. I spoke to a couple of the girls there. They were telling me how
Nice.
good they do. I added them to the group, and
Good stuff.
I bought some of their stuff too. Like it was really like, just talking to them and how anxious they were. It
Right.
reminds me of myself when I was younger. You know,
Let
I'm
me
a,
tell you something. Support is everything. If you got a small business out there and you just starting and you see people coming out to really support you, that means everything. Because I remember when I first got the business, even you when we started doing vending, it was kind of like, yes, your family coming out, your friends coming out to support. People don't know how much that means. It's not easy getting out there. You have to selling your products. But so I thank God for my loyal customers and people that listen. You need to go check out Queen a banana or
and not only that,
Brooklyn.
like she also made a point to thank like her husband, her kids, and the
Nice.
people that come out to support. Because setting up is no joke. Okay,
I
setting
know.
up
I can
that tent, the
imagine.
chairs, even I know just with your goods, your refreshments, just setting up and having that family support there, friends like how you come out and you always support me. My
Exactly.
other friends always coming out, like just the support too helps, and I just like the whole vibe that she had going on. It was inspiring. And
Right.
even the young girls, like I was inspiring them. One of them even gave me a hug when I was leaving. She was like,
Oh,
thank you so much. Because I was like, girl, this is $10. I was like, no, you got to go up on your prices. Because she had like a big jar of like cream and it was $10, but that was her first time doing it. And I'm like, gas, you coming out, your husband's here, your time.
yeah.
This jar alone probably cost like $5. I was
Right.
like, oh no. And then she
She'll
was
get
telling
it.
me, yeah, like that's
She
what I'm
will
saying.
get it.
I was telling about the next spots I'm gonna be. I was showing my patches. I was promoting myself
Nice.
too, along with supporting
Nice.
them. So it was
Good
nice.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Support Black owned businesses, support small businesses. It matters. It helps. One day you gonna need to be supported and you gonna want your people to come out and support you.
And we
Huh?
gotta do a pop-up one
Exactly.
day with your
We're
banana
gonna do
pudding,
that. Your
my
stuff.
goods, my products, and we get other vendors to come out. They pay us a couple of coins to rent out a spot. She had a
Definitely.
DJ up in there spinning. It was nice.
Really?
Yeah, we got to do it.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We see y'all coming in. Thank you so much for joining our podcast today, Opinions. We have a special guest coming on in a few minutes. I can't wait to hear her journey. It's going to be super, super good. I need knowledge of these. Yeah, I need knowledge of these surgeries, and she's going to be open and she's going to take you guys questions. But I just want to give a shout out to some of my fitness team in here for the 21-day challenge. We start tomorrow. Co-host, and I see y'all in there in the chat. We start tomorrow our 21-day challenge. I'm super, super excited. I think this is like my 5th one, if I'm not mistaken. But every 21 days, every new one, it gets more exciting. It gets fun. You just network with other females that you don't even know. You like become a family and you support one another in your workouts, eating right. You know what I'm saying? So we start tomorrow. The first challenge is going to be put up this evening. And I'm super excited for body transformation and mind transformation. Yeah, you ready, co-host?
Listen, I'm always ready. You know, when it's go time, I'm about it. When you was like, oh, I don't see you in the group. Listen, when it's go time, I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna be on it. Soon as the bell rings and it starts, you're gonna see me appear like Houdini. Okay.
Like what? What's the challenge? Where the challenge?
You can see my video up. But yeah, I'm ready. It's definitely motivating every time you do it. I already tell you all the time. It helped me jumpstart like my weight loss and my fitness. I have an elliptical now. I have my weights. I spent money. I've invested in my health.
Good stuff.
And it did start from last summer when you started it, because it definitely gets you, when you in the group, even if you're not feeling like working out, when you see everybody else in the group outside, being active, pumped up, it pumps you up. We all need that encouragement. We all need that partner, that's going to get us up off that couch and get it going.
Like, let's go. Let's go. Get up. Do something. Move. That's what I always say. I was like, every time, even though, I coached, I'm coachable. Like, I learned so much from you guys in the group and all the gadgets, the workouts, the recipes that you guys put in. I be like, I need this for myself. So I'm glad that we're starting this again. Shantae said, yes, Brick. Everybody loving your outfit, girl.
Oh, thank you.
I won't see her come in. You will probably see our guest come in. I think.
Yeah, I don't see her yet.
Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna send her because she said she doesn't have it anymore. Hold on, I'm gonna just go off for 1 minute to resend link.
Okay. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about her. I didn't meet her yet. Our guest that's coming on now. So she is going for surgery in about 2 weeks. So it's gonna be interesting because I do want to have a guest after, like, later on down the line, because she's like the pre-op. So it's gonna be good to have somebody post-op, or maybe she can come back on after she has it to tell us what happened, how she feels, show us her new body, and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, she already agreed to come back on after surgery. And I'm curious of the pros, the cons, and all that good stuff. So I have a lot of questions. Again, yes, Charlotte, locked in, baby. Hi, Carol. We are going to take questions. She's going to take questions from you guys. So think of some questions for our guests. She does know that this is a safe place. We want to be respectful. But she says she's open to answer the hard questions. All right,
Charlotte said there's many post-op folks up in here. Where they at?
I love my cousin because she gets it stirred up, honey. She gets it stirred up.
I'll put the battery in the back.
Right. She said, I won.
Oh, okay. We didn't know that.
That's why I said I wanted to get, like, next month, probably get a few that already been in, surgery mode or had them. That'll be dope if we get a few ladies to come on and just talk about their surgeries.
Oh, okay. Rachel said, I wish this was last week when I had my
Yeah.
first surgery. However, I definitely made it.
Oh, okay. We gotta have you on, Rachel, to hear your
But what have
story.
you done?
Yeah, can you
Tell
put in
us.
the chat? Hi, Roxy, welcome. Can you
Yeah,
put in the
tell
chat
us
if
what
you
you
don't
get
mind?
done. Would you ever get surgery?
You talking to your co-host?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you. I always said I wanted to get a breast reduction, not reduction, a lift, a lift. I want a lift. I always said that. So, but I'm a scaredy cat, and I don't want to. I'm scared
I don't
to
know
be
if I
honest with
found
you.
I don't know if I found a good doctor. I would want to get a breast. Like I don't want to wear bra anymore. I want to do away with bras. I want to be able to wear dress and just a flowy dress, a backless dress. I want to just live free, like how we are when we come home from work and we just take the bra off and it's just
Exactly.
like I want to be
Right.
like that for life.
For life.
For life.
Never wear a bra. I don't never want to
Never
wear a
wear
bra.
bra and just be nice and perky like all day, every day.
Right. Right. And they're okay, but I just like you said, I want to wear a t-shirt and just be like back, 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 back. Mm-mm.
Yes. So
But I'm
our
a
guest
scaredy
is
cat.
in the building.
She's in the building.
Yes, she is in the building. We're about to bring her in right on now. Hey,
Hi.
girl.
Hi. Hi,
How are
ladies.
you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing? Beautiful. Look at you, looking all beautiful and
Thank
stuff.
you.
Glowing
I'm
girl.
very favored and blessed.
Absolutely. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to do a little introduction of Lonnie, right? I'm saying it right?
Lanai.
Lanai. We just spoke too. And she's like, I know I just told you. Lanai Eyes. Okay. So Lanai Eyes is a 34-year-old African American woman born in the heart of Brooklyn, New York. She's been heavy breasted most of her life, wearing a large size C cup early as the fourth grade. Although they're admired now, she remembered being teased as a young girl. After many years of continued breast growth and health complications, she decided it was time to do something about them. With much research and doctor visits, she will be receiving her breast reduction, augmentation, right, and fat transfer.
Yeah,
She
that's
has
what.
a YouTube. She has a YouTube channel that she just put together, capturing her journey, preparing for her surgery. Welcome to the show.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's Sunday.
Good, good.
Wait, so many people had surgery. I didn't even know in the chat. I'm like, this
Really?
person saying they had it in 2015, 2016. Like, I'm like, oh,
It's a epidemic of it at this point.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't either. Hey, okay. Everybody in the chat room, they here to hear the story and your journey, honey. So can you just walk us through and tell us a little bit about yourself first and then go into what
yes.
you're getting
Again,
done?
as you stated, I'm from
Mhm.
Brooklyn.
Al, what part of
Oh,
Brooklyn?
sure. I'm from Williamsburg, Brooklyn, but I grew up in Eastern Parkway, Crown Heights,
Okay.
part of Brooklyn. So I'm a Brooklynite.
Yeah.
As far as what I'm getting, my size right now, I'm about a 36 G, extremely huge. I'm 5'3", so I'm short of nothing. So as you can
Right,
imagine, it's a lot. Medical wise, just the pullage, the scars in the like the bra area.
right,
I'm often going to the doctor for respiratory issues where it's hard to breathe, heavy on the breathing, making it even harder as an asthmatic. So again, as you stated, from the second grade, I've always been huge. Actually, huge breast run in my family on my mom's side, on my grandmother's side. So all of us have really huge breasts. But as I got older, weight gain, weight lose, like they just kept growing, growing, growing. And over the
wow,
last couple of years, I seen like the whole plastic surgery thing, and I was like, how do I go about this? Like, do I even want to do it? Because like a billion of us, I was scared, I'm nervous. You see a
right,
bunch of the good, but then you see a bunch of the bad. And it's like
right,
50-50. Because I mean, you want to look good, but you want to be healthy and you don't want to play with your life. Like you want to make it out of there.
right,
So I did some research and with the help of one of my best friends, She kind of like walked me through the steps, and I had went to like see my PCP, my primary care provider, quite a few times, and like physicals and checkups and things like that. They just didn't see no progression when I would lose weight or gain weight. It just, they weren't going nowhere. So
Wow.
about maybe February of this year, they was like, okay, at this point, we're gonna refer you to a plastic surgeon, and we're gonna look into breast augmentation. And I was
Right.
like, oh yeah, let's do it.
Do you have a history of family with large breasts with the woman in
Yes,
your
my little
family?
sister, she's
Um,
26. She's huge. My mom has, I think, ironically, the only one in my family who's not heavy chested is my grandmother, my mom's mom. But
wow.
her sister, like we are heavy. My dad's side too. Like my aunt, she's heavy. So I come from a family of just big breasts. But I like to look proportion.
Okay.
Especially when you out as an influencer or trying to become an influencer and you in the media. You want to look a certain way. You want to look how you feel. So I was like, yeah, this is just too much. It's almost, even now when I'm talking to you ladies, if you notice, it's kind of like a head
Hmm.
forward type of
Right.
thing because they pull so much. So
Right.
you can't go to like Victoria's Secret and
Hmm.
shop for all the pretty bras. You looking around, but you got to get it custom, and
Right.
that's more money. So financially, emotionally, like
Hmm.
physically, mentally, it starts to play a part on you. It starts to take an effect on you, and you just like, you don't like what you see. I
Right.
will say though, I tell all females, friends, family, down to my little sister, like if that's something you want to look into to get in, just make sure you're doing it because you really, really want to do it.
Right.
Like
That's
you
what
just
I was
don't
going to
like
ask
it.
you. Do
Hmm.
you feel like it's a lot of pressure seeing the celebrities online, social media, and you have to have these certain bodies to be an influencer? Do you feel pressure as well?
Honestly, no, I don't.
Okay.
If I'm gonna be 1,000% just transparent, my dad and my mom, my grandparents, my granddad, may he rest in peace. They installed a lot in the younger generation. Me, my sister, and us. Like, you beautiful, you beautiful. We said it every morning. We
Mhm.
said it every day. So I could stand next to the top of the crop, and to me, I'm the top of the crop. So. I feel like we all beautiful in different ways. So it's
Right.
never been a competition thing to me, or like I have to look like that, because there's somebody that is interested in everybody. So what might not look good to you might look good to
Mhm.
somebody else. So that's
Yes,
why
sir.
I'm a stickler for, like, it specifically have to be something that you just don't like. And I look in the mirror, and yeah, other people might be like, oh, you look good, or you got a good body, or you thick, or you got big boobs, or that's sexy. But me, I don't like how it looks. And I'm like,
Got
when you
you.
put an outfit on, you see yourself looking a certain way. So when I look in the
Right.
mirror, I'm like, like my shirt is out this way. So it's never been, and it never will be about like a partner or a friend, or it was always been. I mean, if I could go back to even junior high school, seventh, eighth grade, I'm like, the moment I get money, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get my, like before the Kim Kardashians and all that, I'm like, I'm getting my body, I'm getting my body, I'm getting my breasts,
Right.
and it just, the opportunity presented itself.
So what surgeries are you, what are you exactly getting?
Right now, to start, I'm getting a breast reduction augmentation with a breast lift and fat transfer. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna take out 575 cc's from my boob total, and then they're gonna lift me. Once they lift me, I'm gonna get a high lift. Once they lift me high, then they're going to remove from the fat. Then they're gonna take the good fat and restore it back to swell me up, because I'm big, but I'm not big and soggy. I don't have any children yet, so I'm still very much full. So
Mm.
to give that continued full look, as if almost as if I had implants, but I don't, they're just gonna
Got
restore
you.
my fat and swell it back up.
Oh, okay. So no transfer, because when I first read the bio, I thought you were getting transferred to somewhere to like the booty. Not, you're not getting transferred.
Not yet. I'll be
Not yet.
back on here for that. That's
Ah.
that's that's after the top.
Look, pause on that.
I
Okay.
don't have any. I have hip dents. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother show. So,
Okay.
that's what a lot of this fat is being stored for. I'm preparing her for the bottom.
Got you.
But right now, the most important, that's more, if I'm gonna be honest, that's more cosmetic. Again, that's
Yeah.
something else for me. But the top was like, nah, this is health wise. I have to get this taken. I want to be able
Right.
to. I haven't like jump rope and stuff, like really like got into it. I want to say since like the ninth or 10th grade. And I've always been athletic, cheerleading, stepping, track
Mm-hmm.
team, things like that. So to really like jump, I can't do that. It hurts. Like, it just, Medical
Wow.
wise, they have to go.
So Charlotte had a question, and this was on my list to ask you. Surgery is absolutely pressure. They make you see a therapist to be sure that you can handle peers and responses. Um, have you went through therapy, or do you see somebody to talk about, surgery before you go in?
No, not other than my primary care provider. Because I want to say, again, don't quote me, but I want to say because of what I expressed to them. Anytime and every time I went to them, it's always been about medical reasons, and then through tests, X-rays, and then things like that. It made sense. It evened it out. So what I was saying, and what they were seeing, based upon tests and things like that, it was conducive to me getting the surgery. So I didn't go to them like, well, I'm thinking about getting surgery and I just don't like how I look, or,
Mhm.
I want to be in the media and etc. It was never like that, because it's never been what it was. So I always came to them and I was sick, and then they ran tests and I had an upper respiratory infection. I came to
Mhm.
them and I'm like, I'm having pains, and they like have to check my boobs, or I'm having lacerations in my shoulder. So
Okay.
they didn't require me. They wanted me to go see the plastic surgeon and let the plastic surgeon talk to me and give
Okay.
me a little bit more details in regards to like losing weight and things like that. But no, never a therapist.
Okay. You said in the bio when you were younger, you got teased. Do you feel like that caused trauma? I know you said it was health, you doing it for health reason. But
Hmm.
so like let me give you an example. For me, when I was younger, I was overweight, right? And
Hmm.
so now I'm just like I have to be a certain weight or I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
feel like it's a little trauma there. And so I go to extremes sometimes, and
Hmm.
it's really trauma for me being overweight and everybody else being smaller. Do you feel like you have that? Do you have trauma?
I don't. Only reason why I'm gonna say that is because when I was younger, I did get teased, and you're in the fifth grade, the fourth grade, the sixth grade, and it's I have bitty bitties and big this and that and the third. And at that age, you're not really you're not really processing what they saying and what they're doing. You're just taking it as if they're making fun of you.
Hmm.
However, once you get into kind of like that eighth grade, ninth grade, walking into high school, you kind of grow to like it. So it becomes a no longer like,
Gotcha.
oh my God, I don't like, these
Right.
big boobs. Now you
Right.
embracing it.
Because
And
they
it's
trying
like,
to holler at you because you got
yeah,
big
now
boobs.
I'm in the
Mhm.
ninth, 10th grade and I got 11, 12 graders and they like, you look right. So even
Right.
without that, I'm like, oh, these things, they sit right. But then you go from that 11th, 12th grade
Yeah.
to get like 21 and you like, wait a minute, they getting too big and they just getting big and big.
Yeah.
And it almost kind of like gets out of control. That's when it's like, wait, hold on. I don't like how this look. I would have stayed how I was maybe like high school, first year of college, but
Hmm.
after that, they just skyrocket. They wouldn't stop.
Got
So
you.
I wouldn't say it was trauma because again, I was too young to understand it then, but I know what teasing is because at that age, I mean, we know what it is. But
Right.
growing up, getting older, no, I adored them. I love them. I'm gonna miss them, but it's just too much.
Right. So, what are the things that you're doing to prepare for surgery? Can you name a few things that you have to do before surgery?
Absolutely. First and foremost, I had to get blood work. They want to test you for everything. I again asthmatic, and I was on a medication called Buterol. So they
Mhm.
seen that on my medical records, and they was like, "Yeah, we gotta, test your blood because apparently that can have a form of effect on anesthesia going under, and they don't want to do anything." And I just want to say that too, real quick. I see a lot of females that want to get it, whether it's medical or not, but they kind of withhold information or they lie or kind
Mm,
of like throw it under the rug because you want it so bad. You
right.
gotta be 1,000% honest with your doctors, because if they don't know or you're telling them
Right.
something and then something happens, it can go real bad, real left, real fast.
That was
So
good
I
info.
went
Yeah.
into it already like, no, I want to live. So I'm telling them
Right.
everything. So they had me do blood work for like a million things. Um and then they wanted me to come down a little bit because again I am heavy. And another thing that you don't realize is if you're heavy set, may it be a stomach, big back, shoulders, whatever the case may be, if I'm a G size and I want to go down to a CD cup, yeah, I'm down, but now everything else appears bigger. So you want to work out, one, for your health, and two, to make sure if you're trying to proportion, that you want to proportion everything.
Right. Right.
So working out goes hand in hand with eating. Your eating diet, it definitely should change.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of doing blood work, I did receive my results. They seen that I was low iron deficient. So I'm
Well,
on iron medication.
okay.
Also because I gained so much weight, they noticed that my liver fatty enzymes were elevated.
Mm.
So that was another thing too. And again, some people, it comes from consuming alcohol, and it could be once in a while, it could be socially, it could be either or. Sometimes it comes from obesity and being overweight.
Mm.
I was at the highest that I've ever reached, ever, which was 211 pounds. Again, I told you guys I'm 5'3".
You sure?
So
Yeah.
so the to the outside eye, or maybe a man, it look, oh, she's stacked or she thick, but I mean, medical wise, that's
Right.
not healthy. That's too much
Right.
tissue sitting on everything internally. So I'm like on a strict diet, water flushing. I work out 3-2-4. I'm trying to keep it 4 times a week, where
Mm-hmm.
a lot of cardio. They want you to do a lot of things, that weight loss,
Do you
eat
got
a
to
lot
be
of,
a certain weight?
not a certain weight. They just want to see progression where you came down. So if
Gotcha.
I'm 211 and I'm scheduled to go in when I'm scheduled to go in, and I'm still at 211, then everything else that may have been an issue, it's gonna still be an issue because
Gotcha.
there has been no change. But I've lost a little over 7 pounds now. I'm actually going to the
Nice.
gym after this.
All right.
Okay,
Good stuff.
congratulations.
Thank
So did
you.
is your insurance paying for it fully?
Yes, it is. They 100% cover it. So
Okay.
that was a blessing in itself, because as we know, it could be a little pricey. So,
Mhm.
but they found it again. Going back to the trauma thing, it wasn't. It was medical, like medically needed, and they were just like, yeah. So it got approved through my insurance, so I don't have
Okay.
to
Good stuff.
pay for anything.
So that answered your question, Carol. She wanted to know that. She said she was looking up the same surgery, same exact surgery you're having.
Hmm.
Um, and she has the same issues that you're having as far as, large breasts.
Yeah. Advice wise, I don't know, everything works different for everybody, different states, different policies and things like that. But yeah, I know I've been going to the doctor for a while. Again, like physical work, um, like blood tests, things like that, respiratory infections, that all played the part. So it made it easier for them. They're only gonna let you go but so many times before it gets out of order or too much.
Right.
So eventually they were like, okay, no, we're going to send you over to the plastic surgeon, and then the plastic surgeon, they do their research with you, and knowing you, ask you a few questions, and then they determine, whether speaking to the insurance people, if the insurance will approve you or not. So I definitely would have, as advice, I would tell her, speak with your PCP, speak with your primary care provider, let them know what's going on, when they, you
Yeah.
go see them and they check you out and stuff. No, let them know every single thing,
Yeah.
show them, so that they know. It went as bad as when you're big breasted and you wear certain type of bras, your boobs stay closed in all the time. So you start
Hmm.
to almost get like a darkish color on your skin.
Hmm.
So it can appear as a rash, but it's not. Your skin, you're getting decoloration, is getting darker. So again,
Right.
things like that, that's a medical issue. So they're like, no, it's just too much.
Has this emotionally affected you?
Yes.
Or, okay. Can you briefly tell us why?
Jokingly, I and non-jokingly, so 50-50, I get sad about it because a lot of us, we joke like, if and when it's my time to go, when I die, I want to die with all my teeth I came with, I want my boobs, my breasts, etc.
Yeah.
So, I'm 34. So you figure 34, good, bad, and different, they've been mine. They've
Right.
been liked, they've been disliked, they've been looked at, they've been looked past, been looked by. So you
Right.
get a little bit of everything, but I think that, and the emotional side of knowing you're going under to alter something that
Yeah.
is I mean, you're supposed to be happy with what God gave you. And I'm a big person with, God, not religiously but spiritually, and I'm just like, this is kind of like not cool, but I know for my health it needs to be done. So yeah, I want it, but it's also a need. But the
Right.
emotional part, just thinking like, one, I want to wake up. 2, when I wake up and I'm healed, I want to continue to heal correctively.
Right.
3 is just like, I joke with my little sister, I'm taking pictures and videos, and I'm like, no, because I want to remember them when I don't have them. Like, this is what they was when I show my grandkids. No, grandma was big. This is what it was. So
Right.
that's the emotional part. Just knowing that you know, man is altering something that you were born with, and it's
Right.
a blessing nonetheless. So that going back and forth again, that's something else you want to be 1000% with. You do not want to go in there second guessing, because once it's done, it's done, and you can
Right.
try your best to go back in reverse, but it will never be the same. You just alter something.
But you're getting like a lift, so it's going to be like nice and perky. Like you're getting the implant, the lift. You don't have to. It's going to be like one of those where you can wear backless without a bra.
Well, no implant. They just gonna restore. They're gonna transfer fat.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something about like they're going to transfer and then do a.
It's gonna
Like,
look like it's gonna potentially look like I have implants, but I won't. So that the way that they're gonna have them sit up, and hopefully it goes like that, but the way they're gonna have them sit is gonna appear as I have implants, but it's not. It's just because I have so much fat that I have enough of them to repump me right back up and swell me back up. So it's not a lot of females. If you ladies look, they have breast reductions and they get smaller breasts, but they almost have like a drop look to them, or like a saggy-ish look, because it's still sagging, but they just smaller. So instead of leaving me sag, because you know I don't necessarily sag, I'm just heavy and it pulls, they're gonna lift me and then swell me back up.
So you really gonna be perky.
Yeah.
that's kind of nice.
She said,
like,
yeah.
I mean, it sounds like it's going to be like very like just not only health wise, but it's going to be like
It's
gonna look nice too.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the goal. I want them to,
stuff.
if
So
y'all
do you
gonna
think
change me, make it look great. Don't change me and it's worse than what it was, because I could have just left it there and possibly took some medication or something. But if you're going, you know, put me under the knife when I come from under, I want to look in the mirror and be like, yeah, this is what I
I
was
like
talking
it.
about. Yeah, I like this.
Do you think
This is the
after
question I had
surgery?
that Carol was asking.
Okay, go ahead.
She said, "Are there any key things to tell your PCP to get it approved by insurance?"
She needs key things because she wants it done for free.
I mean, Carol probably really needs it done. I don't got no health issues, but I would like to see how is there a way I can slide on through.
Okay. Key things is pain. And I mean, I'm laughing, but with all seriousness, it really is pain. Like internally, you get sometimes these sharp volts that they shoot through your breast, and I don't know if it's from the pullage, but it hurts really bad. Sometimes it can even shoot straight to your nipple, and that hurts. So you know, letting them know that you're having sharp pains in your breast, you know, showing them the under part of your boob where you have the decoloration, or the shoulder blades where your bra is holding on so tight, you have the creases in your bra. Breathing issues. For me, I don't remember the last time I peacefully, honestly slept on my back. I've been told by my doctor, amongst others, to sleep more on your left side because you can breathe a little bit. It releases a little bit. So, you know, you want to let them know about your chest cavity area. You having sharp pains in your chest. It's pullage. You having a hard time breathing. It affects your everyday life. Because if it doesn't affect your everyday life, then you're pretty much trying to just get it for cosmetic. But if it's affecting your everyday life, that's now a medical issue, and that's something that they need to do something about. So that's a little.
Okay, I won't get approved. So
that was for you, Carol.
I want an implant or a lift or something. I would be interested in that. But
you want to know something that's funny? I was talking to my sister about that earlier, about the difference between how easier it is for if you are a large-breasted woman and to get a reduction in the lift, opposed to if you're small, because it's kind of like how do you finagle and say I know I'm a B cup and I'm having medical issues, but I need you to make me a full D and put plants in it. They looking at you like, well, what's wrong? So they smart too. They know.
Yeah, they know what to.
Yeah, they know what to look out for. Okay, it's not gonna work for me. Whatever.
So many people are like putting their friends and family on to like go around it, that they're now catching on. Like, so what's the issue? What's wrong? So to go in there and be like, you know, well, I'm a B cup and I think I should be a D because I'm having breast issues. They like, oh, you trying to get this free breast surgery?
They gonna be like, stop it.
There
Yeah,
gotta be some doctors out there that do a
it
little,
gotta be. I don't know if they're in the United States, but I'm pretty sure. When there's a will, there's a way. So,
Right. So I have a question. After surgery, right? Do you
mhm.
think, because I hear a lot of stories where girls go under the knife and after surgery, they need to go speak to somebody. They get a little depressed. They be like, what did I do to myself? Because like right after surgery, you probably don't look the way you want to look because you're still
Mhm.
swollen. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
they be like, I be depressed. I was like, why did I get that? Do you feel like would you go see somebody if that happens?
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Mhm.
I'm pro therapy. I'm pro
Okay.
counseling. I was a mediator my whole 4 years of high school. So I'm all about not being ashamed to talk to somebody. Sometimes
Right.
we need
Good
that
stuff.
to talk to
Yeah.
somebody, and we need a unbiased opinion. Especially when it comes to medical. Your friends and your family is gonna tell you one thing, but they
Right.
know you. Some know what you're looking to hear.
Hmm.
And believe it or not, you got some people that say things just to hurt you, of envy. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. So you think
Yeah.
you got a friend
Absolutely.
and they not. But if God forbid I come out of there and once everything drops in place and I'm healed and I'm at capacity and I don't like what I'm looking at, prior to going to back to my doctor or my surgeon,
Hmm.
I would seek out a therapist first, because you don't know until you've been under the knife what you're gonna feel when you come out.
Right.
You don't know
Mhm.
Right.
if it was something in your head that just you have this, I want it to look like this, and it could, but in your
Right.
mind it still don't. Hence females getting BBLs and they go back and get something else and they go back and they go back.
That's it.
They keep going back because you get infatuated with every
Right.
specific thing being a specific way that you almost get addicted to the surgery. Like, I want to look just like this, and everybody's like,
Right.
no, it looks like that, and you and yourself, you don't see it. That's why I said it always goes back to what you see in the mirror, because everybody else could tell you you're the most beautiful thing walking, but if you don't feel like that, it doesn't matter what nobody say. So
Right.
if
Absolutely.
I get to that point again, God forbid, absolutely I'll go see a therapist.
Good stuff. Because some of us is like, I don't need to talk to nobody and be depressed as hell. Again, like we're scared. Like if we speak to somebody, then we'll be judged, or
Because
you know
we
what I'm
taught
saying.
from
So
young,
that's
we don't
important.
do that. We work things out at home behind closed doors.
That's
Our
it.
Mhm.
culture is like, we don't need no therapy. We each other's therapy. Or you keep it
Exactly.
quiet, you sweep it under the rug, and the next couple days you back regular again. So that's just the dynamic of our culture. But as you
Right.
get older, and I took psychology, I was a psychology major for a little while. So with taking that, you
Mm,
learn a
good
little bit
stuff.
about yourself as well as others. And it's nothing wrong with seeking out medical advice or emotional advice from somebody who doesn't know you. They're actually the ones to give you the best advice because they don't know you.
Yes, they
So
don't
all
know
they
that.
know is what you
Absolutely.
told them. Yeah. And then they can kind of like guide you from there. I always say again, a therapist is not to fix you or make you something you're not, or make you want to do or not do. Therapy is to teach you how to cope with things
Mm,
that you're
that's
feeling or
facts.
that you have going on. So people, they get that mixed up a little bit and confuse it, but no, it's to teach you how to cope with it. If you feel like you don't look a certain way, maybe they could teach you how to cope with that thought, or how to go about moving forward from that, but not to tell
Mhm.
you what to do or how you look or don't look.
Right.
Absolutely.
Good
Omar
stuff.
says, I believe Kanye West's mom passed away from breast reduction surgery she had out of the country. I pray all goes well for you. But she didn't have breast reduction surgery. She had lipo.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
had
she a
lipo.
lipo.
Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Is
Yeah.
Omar?
Yeah,
Omar.
Omar.
Thank you, Omar. I appreciate it. One, I'm staying in the United of States.
Yes.
Um,
United Upstate.
Insurance is paying for it.
my mama and my family here, my sister here. I
Right.
need to be right here in the United of States, and we're gonna figure it out here with these doctors.
Right.
So in event something happens, there will be no neglect of, no, you went out of the country. No, I went right here. But
Right.
I think she had a 360 lipo
Yeah, she did
surgery,
Yeah.
plastic
360.
surgery. Mm-hmm.
And then she had other health issues that she kind of like ignored, and she found a
Exactly like you
doctor
said
that did do
earlier.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hiding up the medical issues. It will
Mm-hmm.
catch up to you. No, I don't have this. No, I don't have that. Lying about your BMI levels and things like that. And then
Exactly.
the family ready to go to war. And it's like, well, your family member told them they was 100% fine. And the anesthesia was too much or wasn't enough. Or this
Right.
went wrong. Or they
And
bled
if you
out too
would,
much.
oh, and if you would listen, I was telling, I don't know if it was you, Ebony. I listened to the 911 call. It wasn't just that. It was the people, like she had family members taking care of her.
Mhm.
And it was a total mess. Like you said, you got your family there, you in the United States, everybody
Right.
is going to be there for you. With her, it was like the cousins, everybody, one person started hyperventilating. They couldn't get on the floor. I think they contributed to a lot of, you know,
Right. Mishandling
things.
the situation. Yeah.
They could have
Yeah.
saved her, I believe. But like I said, it was a lot of things that played into part with, it's so separate from what you're doing. Like,
Mhm. And you're
Right.
delicate. Like, again, seeing some friends and things like that that go through that. You don't want to be mishandled. It takes time. I joke with my sister and my mom all the time. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to get on your nerve. I can't move. I'm not moving to the
yeah.
doctor tell me to move. I'm not
Right.
getting in the shower to my 3 days that they tell
Hmm.
me to wait
And
to
that's
get in the
so
shower.
important.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not. Mm-mm.
You
I
gonna
see people
listen.
get breast reductions or they get their breasts done and they get implants and like legit they outside in 2 days and it's just like I got my body done.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. The world is not going nowhere. I will
Right.
be outside
Exactly.
when it's time to come outside.
And that's why they say bed rest.
Exactly.
Like it's the reason. Like we know you want to get out there, but give your body a rest so that you
To
can, you know, it can
heal.
do what it do when
Yeah.
it's ready.
The
Hmm.
healing process.
And
That's
I think
Absolutely.
that's
true.
so important. Like you said, like I think a lot of times, like these surgeries, they unsuccessful because a lot of people don't. Not only do the doctors mess up. Yeah, I know they got those cases, but then there's those cases where, you know, after surgery, you're still doing like things that you're not supposed to be doing.
Yep.
Follow
Hmm.
the
Drinking,
doctor's
eating,
instructions.
partying,
Drinking.
dancing, twerking. You got your butt done Sunday
She said
and you twerking
dancing,
the next
twerking.
Friday.
Your butt ain't even healed yet. It's still, you
It's
can't
still
twerk
not
right
moving.
away.
It's still trying to figure out what you
Yeah.
doing. And
Right.
you trying to shake it. So your body like, whoa, it's a body shock. Like, wait a
Right.
minute. So I'm not one of those. Again, will I be excited? I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Absolutely. Right before the summer, yes, bathing suits is I'm ready.
Right. And you
But
should.
I'm
You
ready
should.
when my doctor says, yes, you can, don't have to wear a bra right anymore. Or yes, you can go outside. Yes, you can take the bandages off. I'm not rushing nothing and then is a mishap and then I want to blame the doctor. No, you are get this it's policies and procedures to this surgery thing.
Right.
And people don't be wanting to say it, but a lot of people don't uphold their end and then things go bad. No, I'm following every single thing they tell me
Right.
to do so I can make sure I
Absolutely.
heal perfectly fine.
And
Right. And
that's
that's
what's
so good
important.
that you have your support system, your mom and your sister, because you need that. You're going to
Yeah.
need all the support. You need your friends. That's really your friends. Be there
Right.
for you. Because, girl, I mean, I've been around a friend that had surgery, breast reduction, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And so you definitely need that support. I have a question. My question is, what would you tell a young person or a young lady that's debating on getting breast reduction because of health issues? She's scared. She's worried about, going under the knife. Like, what would your advice be to her?
I would definitely advise her. And when you say young, you mean as far as like out of teens, like in 2030s
Well,
or
early 20s, we'll say.
early 20s? I would stick with what you said with the advice of, you know, it's okay. Go speak with the counselor. Go speak with the therapist because nobody's gonna be able to bring you out of that fear or into fear, I should say, but you
Right.
have to feel secure and stable to do something that you want to do. So yeah, you're gonna speak with your friends, your best friend, your sisters, your mom. They're gonna give you 50 different million advice, from them. But I would definitely tell her, speak with a counselor. Let
Hmm.
them know how you feel and why you feel the way that you feel. So that way
Right.
y'all can come up with a plan
A plan.
to break that down into where that stem from. Because it can stem from something that has nothing to do with nothing that you're trying to get done. It can
Right.
stem from something totally different. So,
Yeah.
and also too, not all the time, but sometime, a lot of the time, the younger crowd, especially 2022, this generation, and the 20s, again, my sisters are all 26, 21, 22, 25.
Hmm.
If you scared, think about why you scared. Are you scared because it's a medical reason and you scared to go under the knife? Or are you scared because you really don't want to do it or really don't have a need to do it, but your boyfriend's telling you to do it? Your friends all got it done. Your friend wants you
Right.
to get it done. You see Instagram models and you feel like the only way to compete with them is to get it done. So
Right there.
figure out why you
Right.
really want to do it, and then you
The
can work
why.
from there with your counselor.
Good advice. I'll definitely say the why.
Absolutely.
Why am I getting it done?
It's gotta be about the why.
That's
And
so
how
good.
long did you say? Did you say how long is the recovery process? Did you say that already? Because I'm wondering how long is recovery.
So that is that depends because everybody heals differently. Some people heal slower than others. Some people heal fast. Some people keloid. Some people don't. In my case specifically, typically about 6 weeks. They would have been done, dropped and set in place.
Oh, that's
Um,
good. 6 weeks is not too bad.
yeah, they would have been undropped and set in place, but overall, like full healing, you hear people say anywhere from 6 months to a year.
So, yeah.
So it
Ooh,
depends. But as far as
that's
like
long.
getting up and walking, I've had friends that done that did that in like 3 days with their crazy self. I've had
Wow.
friends that have done it in a week or two. So I've never had surgery. This is like my first real thing. So
Right.
I can sit here and be like, oh, I'm gonna be like her and I'm gonna be ready in three days, or I'm gonna be like her. Probably gonna take me a week and come out of it and it take me 3 weeks. So I
Right.
don't know, but typically about 6 weeks. I know you. So my surgery date's May 18th.
Okay.
My checkup right after that is May 23rd. So that's the first time I go back for them to check it and see everything like that. So at that point, then I'll know what I'm working with.
Good stuff.
Absolutely.
We definitely want you back after surgery if you would grace us and let us know,
Absolutely.
yes, the after effects and everything. That'll
Mhm.
be really, really good. Um, you have any more questions, E, or anybody in the chat room want to throw out a question?
Yeah, I think some of them.
Okay.
Commonwealth said, "What were some of the things that went into your decision-making process and choosing the proper aftercare?"
Oh, that's good. Good one.
It wasn't that difficult because it was more so in regards to my PCP, my primary care provider. My hospital that I go to and my doctor that I go to, they're really good for me. Again, you can't speak for everybody. So for me,
Right.
I've been here in this state for 9 years and I've been going to them. So
Mhm.
one was them recommending me. And then I also, like I said, I have a best friend. So if I'm gonna be honest, my best friend, she went to the surgeon that I'm actually getting ready to go to. And he did an amazing job on her. And I was with her from the day she got it up until like the healing process. I
Okay, good
stayed
stuff.
with her, her recovery, and she's like Wonder Woman.
So
But
you've seen it firsthand. You've
I
seen
seen
the
it
beginning.
first
Oh, good
hand,
stuff.
like,
Good
and
stuff.
I
That'll make me
joke
feel
with her.
comfortable.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm gonna be able to move that fast. And she tells me like, she's my motivator. She tells me, take your time, and that's where I get a lot of that from. You gotta have that person that
Yeah.
on your side to let you know, like, don't be trying to rush out there and
Right.
do all of this. And so I want to say with picking my surgeon, going back to what Commonwealth said, it was more so you more comfortable when somebody has had it done and they're not just telling you and showing you pictures, but you was there when they got it done. You
Right.
sat with them, you stayed at their house and helped them heal.
Exactly.
So what type of work this doctor comes with. So
Right.
that was my decision making. It was like, okay, she recommended me this person. He's done a
Hmm.
stellar job with her. Why would I go
Yeah.
anywhere else?
Good stuff. Good
Okay.
stuff. Let me
So after this
see.
is done, would you get other surgeries like cosmetic surgery, or this would be it? Like
No, absolutely getting more
you are
surgery.
getting
I
cosmetic.
feel so bad saying that, but it's the truth. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Um,
What's next?
Next is a BBL.
Okay.
Okay.
That's more so it's similar to the breast. Only difference is it's nothing to do with health wise, and I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I want my body to be proportioned, and I have thick thighs, so it appears as if I have a big butt. It's a nice size, don't get me wrong, but it appears that I have a big butt, but
Mhm.
I don't. It's average, it's normal. And thanks to my grandmother and my mama, I don't have no hips. I have the hip dip. So
Mm,
I want them now. Here's the thing with that. Again, when people go overboard, I don't want to look like I have surgery, which I probably disappear for a little while. So they're gonna know because I don't mind talking about it, not being honest, but
right.
I want it to appear visually as if, oh,
Natural
she
as
worked out,
possible.
she gained
Yeah.
weight. Okay, it looks nice. Not, whoa, what she did or she got.
Right.
No, I don't want it outrageous, but I do want it to fill my hips out. So the jeans that I buy, again, walking into being in the media, walking into being a influencer, more so for women who doing surgery, I want to look a certain way in my clothes. So I don't want to be nice and thick in my thighs, nice little butt, but everything else on the side is kind of like smashed in.
Right.
So definitely getting the BBL, and I'm gonna let them transfer a little bit into my hips.
Okay.
So
And
my
are you going
last
in state
question. Go ahead.
in
Huh?
the US? Are you going in the US to do it or DR? That's
Oh
not
no,
funny.
ma'am. Y'all think I'm
Yeah.
playing? I'm staying in the United of
Okay.
States. Preferably, if I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest, I'm not gonna confirm the doctor yet, but I've been looking. We're talking maybe 3 years, and we're talking about before it was a big thing on TikTok, and these doctors was on Instagram and things like that. I'm zoning in on Atlanta because it's been a specific doctor. Again, I've been watching for maybe about 3-4 years, and he just
Yeah.
gets better and better and better. And I'm like, and he's African American. Not saying the other ones are not good, but I need someone that's relatable. I
Yeah.
need someone who's of my culture, speaks the language I speak. They might have
And
a
that's
daughter,
gonna go all
sister,
out for
aunt.
you if something goes wrong and not let you,
Right.
oh, she black. We can do away with her.
I don't care. You know what I mean? Or again,
Yeah.
you have a daughter, sister. Like I would want somebody to really put they all in for her, or instead of like, this is my sister laying on this table. Let me make sure I give her my all. So,
Right.
more than likely it's gonna happen in Atlanta.
And what do you think about the price difference? Like, did you ever look in
Oh
DR
yeah.
to see the difference between, like, say you going to Atlanta and the DR prices?
It's a huge price. I do a lot of looking. I'm up late all the time researching because again, I do want to get into influences for like women who's having plastic surgery, and I noticed like Dominican Republic is thousands of dollars lower than United States. I also know places like Turkey and Mexico, like they're
Colombia.
lower prices, but I've seen like being in different groups and things like that. I've seen where a lot of their work is hideous. Like why would you go there?
Because
And
it's
then you gotta
cheaper,
go
but
somewhere else and let them fix it. Or
I think
you
it's all
yeah.
have
about the money.
holes and yeah, and it's like, okay, you can stay in United States and you can pay on a lower end 7,000. I'm seeing these 45, 5,000. I'm okay. I'm gonna pass on that. You
Right.
get what you pay for,
Right.
but it's like good, decent work. I'm seeing
Yeah.
7,000 all the way up to 20,000 based upon what you're getting. But the same thing that you're getting for that price range, you can find in DR, Colombia, Mexico. You're getting that for 4,500,
Yeah.
7,000. The same thing, and that's some of that is flight included, like 10,000. And it's like, no, I thought about Colombia for a long time, Cali,
Yeah.
Colombia, and every now and then I have to like switch my brain back to like, no, stick with Atlanta because
Yeah.
again, the price look good, but is it worth you risking your life for all that? Just save up and get it done
Exactly.
correctly.
Exactly. That's my thing. Save up.
Yeah,
You're gonna come out safer than traveling. It ain't worth
yeah.
it.
The price looks it looks appealing and
Yeah.
enticing, but like you want to make it out of that, and you
Right.
don't want nothing to happen 6 months, 3 weeks, 2 years down the line where it's like,
Mhm.
what did I do? Yeah, you spent 5,000, but their money currency is different
It's
from us
different.
anyway. So
Right.
people forget that. Yeah, you're paying lower, but you're not really when you think about it. Just the
Right.
currency is different. But no, I'm gonna stay in the United States and get
Okay,
any
good
work,
to hear.
any work done.
United States. Wait, I have a question. This is my last question.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people go get surgery and their bodies is done and stop working out.
Mm-mm.
And some of them look, to be honest, like you spend all that money to look like that. So what would you say? And do you feel like you be on yourself like I'm gotta continue working out after surgery? I gotta be on it because some people get lazy. Like my body is done. I don't gotta
I don't
work
have to
out no
do
more.
nothing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That 211 scared the bejesus out of
Right.
me. I always been a little slick, like a slim, thick thing.
Right.
160, 175 at the cap, 180, which is my favorite size, 180. So to see how easy it was to crack 200 and how hard it is
To
to
go back
break
down.
through the 200, I
Right.
would never. Like I told you ladies, when I finish here, I'm going to the gym. I spend anywhere from an hour and a half to 2.5 hours in
Good
the
stuff.
gym, a little bit on cardio, a little bit on building muscle, because even when I have the surgery, the breast and the bottom, I want to maintain that, not just
Right.
for the look of it, But for the health, well, that's a lifestyle. It's
Exactly.
discipline, and a
That's
lot of
it right
us
there.
don't have that. But you gotta have
Absolutely.
discipline because it can easily drop. You can lose
Right.
your breast could go back bigger, especially with me. I'm having fat transferred. So it's just
Hmm.
like when you transfer to your butt, you lose weight, they go down. You gain weight, they go back up. So to
Right.
maintain that and to maintain my health, I'm not gonna go under a knife, which any surgery can go bad, but I'm not gonna go under the knife and then just chill
Yeah.
out and now
Just
I'm
let.
back. Mm-mm.
I don't
Yeah,
gotta work out. I'm good.
yeah,
No, you
no.
gotta keep it
I'm trying to
going.
maintain this workout thing. I'm trying to make this definitely a lot. It feels good. You feel more energetic. You feel
Yeah.
more like you just feel lighter. Like it feels.
Hmm.
You start
It feels
feeling
good.
back your younger days.
Right.
Like I
Right.
could walk and not be dying because I'm walking up the stairs.
I
Hmm.
can breathe.
Yeah, I could
You got
breathe.
any
So
other questions, E?
I'll do laser for coming. No, not right. No, she answered. You was really thorough with answering everything in
Yes.
detail. So
On point. I'm
yeah,
very
I didn't want
clear
to
on
keep
your
anything
journey.
back. I'm like, you don't want to come on there and I hate to go on anybody's show and watch it and you're waiting for all the juice and they
Right. You
like,
right
well, I don't want to
there.
talk about this. I don't want to talk about that. No, let's talk. We came here. I want to hear all the
Mhm.
juice, all the tea.
All the tea. Monique. Monique has a question. Do you believe in building a body by working out, or do you feel it's more beneficial to do surgery? Isn't it a safer and cheaper to build through working out? I have the hip dip. I have the hip dips and no booty at all, but I have children and I wonder how selfish am I being to my children if I don't survive the surgery. No judgment at all. That's good. That's a good question.
Yeah, Monique, none taken. It's an honest question, actually. Um, I won't respond to wondering if you are being selfish towards your children because I can answer that now as not being a parent. And if you ask me
Mhm.
that 3 years from now and I'm a parent, it might be something totally different. So
Right.
I'm gonna stay away from that. But in regards to working out opposed to surgery, yeah, and that's a thin line too. Like people like to kind of like look down on us or comment about, well, you being lazy. Why you just don't go in the gym? And why you just some people body structures is just not built for what it is that they want. I can
Mhm.
work out every day. I'm 34. I done been thick. I done been small. I fast. I eat a lot. I'm athletic. I work. I dance. Everything. And the hips just never came. So at that
Yeah.
point, and you're 34, I'm not gonna wait till I'm 60 to hope that my hips come in because at that point, I probably won't even care. But
Right.
in the meantime, in between time, if I can get it done and get a little bit of help, I'm still working out pre-surgery and I'm going to continue work out after that. It's just you need a little boost. Now, you got some females who come from a family of yeah, they got hips and they thick, but they didn't wait. They wanted to do it at 18 and 19, so they didn't even get their full woman body yet. They didn't grow into it, and they just shot out there and went and got surgery. So
Right.
that I'll be like, wait until you fully develop. Don't just rush and go get it done because you can have a kid and they spread, or you can gain weight and they spread. But somebody like for me personally, myself, the hips is just not in my card. So if you're somebody
Mhm.
that you just don't have it and you have kids which typically we gain weight or get thick, then that
Mhm.
just might not be something that's in your family history to have hips. As far as thinking about getting it done, that that's something that Monique will have to kind of like just think about, because that is a hard question, because you don't want to seem selfish, but
Right.
at the end of the day, I will say this: your kids, and I'm speaking on from my mom, your kids is gonna grow up and it's gonna be things that you don't want them to do that they're gonna do. So you gotta live for you, and you want to, you don't want to fear not making it back home to your kids. That's the
Yeah.
number one thing, with or without kids. Like I told you, ladies, I want to live. I want to make it.
Right.
So I know that could be very scary and things could go bad all the way across the board. Talk to different surgeons, do
Right.
research. Typically, they recommend you research anywhere from, I want to say, 6 months at the
So
minimum,
yeah.
2 years at the max.
Mhm.
So
I heard that.
you follow this doctor. They got websites that take you follow a surgeon all the way back from when they went to college, what doctor school they went to, like their medical history. So follow that, and then also speak with counseling. And depending on the ages of your children, that might
Mhm.
be a family counseling thing you could do with them, so they could see how mommy feels about wanted to get it done, but the rebuttal of not necessarily getting it done.
Right. I hear a lot of stories about, you have your little pouch, especially females that have kids. You know how you in a gym and you working out hard, but you just can't get rid of that little pouch.
The little food
And so
pouch.
I hear a lot of stories about, I need to get my stomach done because so I get what you're saying.
And then what about people that's like 400 pounds and they lose like 200 pounds? Like, where does that skin go? Like, a lot of times
And
you
then
have to
at
get
that point, and
reconstructive.
I've seen people like that too. They either lose the weight, or they might have the surgery, but now it's a lot of excess skin. So you don't want to go from, hypothetically throwing a number, 350, even 400 pounds, and now you're back to a 275, 200, and everything's going, but you have all this skin. You want to tighten it, and you could work out 25/8, but if it don't tighten, it just don't. So you might need a little help to pull that skin back to normality, because we talked about stretching from rubber band. I have a little bit of stretch marks. Why? Because I was 211. I've been working out, and my stomach is getting back flat. So now you can see where the pullage is coming from. I don't care about that. Like, it is what it is. I'm gonna continue to work out. They gonna show with or without the surgery. I'm not even having work done on my stomach.
Monique said thank you. She absolutely agreed. Thank you so much for your response.
You're welcome.
Shantae says thank you for sharing your story. Safe surgery.
Thank you.
Roxy says, do you feel comfortable telling folk about your surgery?
Yeah, because some people don't feel comfortable. So you got to have some of us rebels. That's okay. And sometimes it's just like when you go to school and they tell you, don't be afraid to ask a question. There's no stupid question, because you could be sitting next to somebody that really want to ask that, but they don't want to be laughed at. So now everybody walked away unknowledgeable. So I don't mind being an advocate and speaking on behalf of, one, people who get surgery, and two, the for real about it. I'm not hiding nothing. I'm not telling you to cut corners. No, this is what happens. This is what you should be doing. So I don't mind speaking about it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Ma said, great show. Speaker gave very detailed, helpful information covering all aspects of this Pacific surgery and other surgeries. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. She said, thank you.
Yes.
First, I just want to say thank you for coming on. When I reached out to you, she was like, yes, I'm with it.
Yes.
Because so many people don't want to share their stories. And so I thank you for being brave enough, for being open, transparent.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate you coming on. I've learned a lot. I mean, I know about surgery. I have a few friends that had it, but didn't know detail like you gave it to us. And so I appreciate you. I want you to give out your social media information so that we can start following you. She also have a YouTube channel that's showing her journey going into surgery, and I'm sure you're going to be covering after surgery as well. So give the people your information.
Yes. First and foremost, thank you, ladies, for even having me. I appreciate it. I can't wait to come back with part 2. That's going to be very interesting. So you get to look at them now, and I'll have some pictures and videos.
Let me see. Okay.
They're like
right.
But yeah, so I'm gonna do the journey. It's Life Through Lanai Eyes. It's on YouTube. My YouTube handle is Lanai Eyes. That's LANIEYEZ. You can find me on there. You can even find some of the clippings. I have short clippings on my Instagram. That's Lanai Eyes, LANIEYEZ. But definitely, like, subscribe, share, comment.
And also, when we finish, you can put it in the comments too. When we finish, you can go into the comments and put in. We can also put a link up too in the comments.
Yeah, I'm gonna put your link up after we finish. But when we get off, also put your information in the comments as well.
Okay. Yeah, definitely you ladies too. Take the trip with me.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go all the way in from me waking up that morning, going into surgery, coming out of surgery. I'm actually going to be staying with my mom and my sister, who I've been talking about. I'm going to drive them crazy for about a week or two. And I'm going to take y'all on that whole process all the way up until my first doctor's visit, the post after getting the surgery. So it's going to be fun and interesting.
Good
Okay, sounds
stuff.
awesome. So I guess in closing, we always give a final thought,
Mhm.
and who we're gonna start with?
So my final thought is do what makes you happy. Nobody else, no boyfriend, no husband, no kid. You got to do what makes you happy and whatever you're comfortable in because at the end of the day, this is your life. And so again, I'm so happy that you came on
Thank
and shared
you.
your journey. And yeah, be happy, guys. That's what it's all about. We got one life to live. And so
Yeah.
while we're here, let's make right decisions and do what makes you happy. That's my final thought.
Okay, I'll go next. My
Mhm.
final thought to piggyback off that, no matter what makes you happy, make sure you do your research. Um,
Absolutely.
you gave so many details about, going through everything and making sure you studied Columbia, you studied Atlanta, you studied doctors here, there, everywhere. So I just think no matter what, you do your research on Amazon when you buy a freaking like
Absolutely.
when I buy lipstick, I do reviews research. So,
Mhm.
this is your life. Do your research, no matter what it is that you want to do and what makes you happy. Just make
Right.
sure you think it through thoroughly by doing research and just going to counselors, whatever you need to do, make sure it's well thought out.
Good
Absolutely.
stuff.
Okay, now you go.
You got a final thought?
Final thought. We're gonna piggyback again. We're gonna go back to that why. Make
Yeah.
sure, ladies and gentlemen, because there's gentlemen getting surgery done now too. Have a why. Like she said about the Amazon and the purchasing, you have a why and a reason to purchase a car, purchase a house, go on a date with somebody, eat a specific food, go on like you always have a why. So don't alter, don't derail that from your medical. This is serious. This is not buying a house. This is not buying a car. This has to do
Right.
with your life. So have a why so that it makes sense to if you should do
Mhm.
it, whatever it is. But in regards to surgery, just sit down and really just have a why. Even if you got to write it down, like, why do I want to get this? Is it
Right.
really because of me? Is it really because of somebody else?
Right.
Because if it's you, I'm all for if you want to fix something, fix it. But why you want to fix it? And then
Mhm.
once you get the why, then everything else will fall in place. So just pay attention to that why and make sure
I
it
like
just
that.
makes
That
sense.
why. Pay
Yes,
attention to that
absolutely.
why.
And thank you,
You see,
Omar. He
oh,
said, why am I glowing? Thank you, Omar.
hi, Miss
We even got
Jackson.
that black
We
girl
thank
glow.
you. Everybody that's in the chat room, we see you guys on our Facebook Live, on our YouTube Live. Thank you so much for joining us, taking time out your busy schedule
And
to
hope to see
join
you
us.
again.
Yes,
Thank you,
we're going to
everyone. I
schedule.
appreciate your time.
Absolutely. We're going to schedule for her to come back after surgery and she's all healed. And that's going to be a good time. Thank you, Monique. I love you. I love you guys. Thank you, Miss Jackson. We
Yes.
love you. Next Sunday, 5 p.m. Again, press like, leave a comment. If you like content today, leave a comment. It's free. When we get
Yes.
off, go leave a comment on our
Like we
page.
said, support.
Exactly. Support, support, support. Make sure y'all go to my girl, our guest, her YouTube page, subscribe. Support is free. It
It'll
don't
be
cost
down
nothing.
below. Yes.
I
Yes.
promise
All
you,
right.
it's going to be a little bit more than just the surgery. It's going to be real interesting on that page. So
I
Okay.
can't
definitely
wait.
tune in.
I can't wait. 21-day challenge. Get in. We getting it in starting tomorrow. We ready. And I love you guys. Heart you guys.
Okay.
Next Sunday, 5 p.m. Peace.
Bye, ladies.
Bye,
Bye
honey. Bye,
bye.
beautiful. Blessings on your surgery, too. You're going to be
Thank
in our
you.
prayers.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We'll be talking soon.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Peace.